What up, people? First off, big bomb. I'm back with the realest takes on music, pop culture, and whatever's going on in the world today. Joyner Lucas, Skepta, US, UK rap battle is going down. We're in the midst of another interesting rap battle. Obviously, last year's was Kendrick and Drake's, which was astronomical. Then we had a little bit of a friendly fade slash scuffle with Joey Badass and numerous members of the West Coast. And now we have the Intercontinental Championship. All right, I don't think that's the right term. International, whatever. Now we have the UK versus the US, kicked off by Skepta. I already made a video about it. And frankly, after seeing some other content creators take on the situation, I think I delivered the realest take, the most objective and holistic take on Skepta kind of kicking things off. But anyway, that's for you to judge. What's important here is Skepta put out his track and Joyner finally responded. So let's react. Actually, let me admit first, after listening to what Skepta did, which was solid by the way, I still thought Joyner got this. Skepta, Hannibal Lecter, Harvard University lecture. Joyner in 5. But of course, even if I take that stance, I think I'm objective enough to see if Joyner's actually gonna prove me right or he could prove me wrong. Let's find out.
Hey, smoke, yeah, smoke, I want smoke. Hey, Joyner. Who wants smoke? Give me the blunt, I'm ready to blaze a corpse. After the song is over, I never want haters debate no more. I ain't wanna do it, but somebody told me saying my name is war. I wanna know what drugs you taking and what do you take me for? Maybe you mad cause you ain't got buzz up in the UK no more.
He said, man must be on drugs to even go through with this.
Red, just saying what it was and you don't get paid no more. If you want to feature, nigga, just say it, but you gotta pay me for it.
You know, I know a lot of these things. I guess in battles you just gotta do a lot of capping. Cause like I said in the last video, I do live in England now, so I do know the landscape when it comes to UK rap or whatnot. And Skepta is doing alright. Skepta is really solidified over here. He hasn't put out anything, you know, recently, I would say. You know what? This is just rap battle. Just, you know, they be capping.
You don't get paid no more. If you want to feature, nigga, just say it, but you gotta pay me for it. And after I body you, I don't want you ever saying my name anymore. I know you putting your flag on your back, now you gotta carry it. If somebody holding it down, it shouldn't be you. It's time to be serious. I know you hate being home. You come to the States and try to be arrogant. I bet you sit in your room and secretly wish that you was American. As soon as I
Okay. You know what's funny about what he's saying right there? It's almost as if people from the UK is saying, nah, I shouldn't have been Skep. We shouldn't have had Skep.
Be arrogant. I bet you sit in your room and secretly wish that you was American. As soon as I heard your diss, was shaking my head, this shit was hilarious. Ain't even wanna respond, but niggas in London told me to take care of it. You keep on saying my name, you dick in the grave, and you gon' get buried in. Everyone back in your country looking at you like you an embarrassment. I'm about to perish him. I gotta make him respect this shit. Put that in your life, I bet this shit. You lyrically better than no one I know, not even no one in the freshman list. I love the UK, but that shit sick.
Alright, so real quick, this is the 2025 double XL freshman list. Ray Vaughn, dope, listened to him before. Baby Chief, alright, never heard of this dude. Ian Triplin, I ain't never heard of him neither. If you squint, this look like a Jack Harlow little brother. Like either it's 1900 Rugrat or 19. Anyway, Samara Sin, alright. Ian, tough. Jello, oh I know Jello, but Jello got that one song, bro. Whoa, Low Shimmy. I never heard of him. Laser Dim, yo, have I just not been paying attention to? Am I so much of an old head that I don't? YTB Fat. Yo, who the fuck are these people? Nino Paid. Because I apologize for this tangent. Let's just get back to Joyner.
I know, not even no one in the freshman list. I love the UK, but that shit said. I really hope you ain't the best there is. Cause all of my life, I never heard nobody tell me to put in that Skepta shit. When you gon' finally accept this shit? You not on my level.
Alright, hold on a minute now. You know, there's always a little bit of cap. Like I said, there's always a little bit of cap. And once again, I can vouch. I DJ over here in England and actually, Skepta will go off, like, especially if I play Shut Down or That's Not Me. That'll go off. But come to think of it, no one's ever actually asked me to play any Skepta. You feel me? I just, like, put it out there and it goes well. And, you know, like, to shoot him some bail, it could be like, well, maybe it's the crowd, right? But I've had people come up and ask to hear Nines. and Scrap, Blade Brown. In fact, that's how I found out who Blade Brown was. Anyway, the point is, they asked for people that you could say is in the same arena ish of Skepta. Anyway, I'm digressing.
Don't test the shit. I know that you think it is friendly fire, but I'm not one of your friends and shit. You should have hit up your friends, little bitch. Go call up Dave and Central, bitch. For me, you gon' need the Avengers, bitch. Go tell them that Joyner they sent you, bitch. Nobody cares. You was that nigga back in the days. You only popping in the UK, but we don't play your shit in the States. Nobody cares. Nobody cares how many women that you played, or how many bullets that you sprayed, or who bringing you out on stage. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you sat with all the goats, or how many tags on your coats, or how many niggas that you know. We don't care. Nobody cares about how you and Drizzy are close, or how you invented UK rap, but still ain't top 10 on your coast, nigga.
All right, where you get that from? Skepta invented UK rap. Hold on there, bucko. What is we talking about? A little bit of a reach there. I don't know. It makes me want to mark down some points off of Joyner, because I think Joyner is too talented to reach. You feel me?
What made you think it's a bright idea to swing at a nigga with stamina? You throwing jabs and punches, swinging for nothing, cause you never landed them. I heard that all of a sudden you Muslim. Fuck it, I'm about to go ham in them. If you a demon, or bitch, I'm a devil. I hope that you ready to dance with them. I know I probably took it somewhere that's past the level of making it right. I hope that when you respond, the record is hard and maybe you'll make it a fight. I bet as soon as you hear this shit, you probably be thinking about taking a flight. I got fans in London, but after the song, they probably gonna hit me for life. Yikes. The pistol
I don't know, man. It's like it's making it way more than it is. They're gonna hate you for life. You haven't said anything that scathing, to be fair, that a fan's gonna be like, man, you don't fuck Joyner Lucas. Or maybe I'm misunderstanding what he just said.
Probably be thinking about taking a flight. I got fans in London, but after the song, they probably gonna hit me for life. Yikes. The pistol black, your face get lit, the clip is packed, so make a wish. I go to your town and take a trip. I wipe you down and take your pick. My money is blue, I'm way too rich. I make too much, like way too quick. Your music sucks, you make me sick. Pass the plate, I'm starving. What is this shit you starting? Blah, blah, blah. Send niggas up in your apartment. Use your head as a target. Blah, blah, blah. I ain't that nigga to start, but I laugh at you in your garbage. Ha, ha, ha. Go to Tottenham, I'm marching. That's why I leave your carcass. Blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. You was that nigga back in the days. You only popping in the...
All right. Let me just say this, and this is just my own personal preference when it comes to rap battles or whatnot. Even in battle rap, they start saying like the shit like about how they gonna kill you for real, even though they're not gonna kill you for real, but they talk about killing you for real. I feel like that's such low hanging fruit. That's why sometimes I get so tired of hearing like gun bars in battle rap. There's more clever ways and to flip words and schemes and whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't that nigga to start, but I laugh at you in your garbage. Ha ha ha. Go to Tottenham, I'm marching. That's why I leave your carcass. Nobody
Oh, by the way, Tottenham ain't no sweet place.
cares. You was that nigga back in the days. You only popping in the UK, but we don't play your shit in the States. Nobody cares. Nobody cares how many women that you played, or how many bullets that you sprayed, or who bringing you out on stage. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you sat with all the goats, or how many tags on your coats, or how many niggas that you know. We don't care. Nobody cares about how you and Drizzy are close, or how you invented UK rap, but still ain't top 10 on your coast, nigga.
Okay. You know, one thing I will say is the way Joyner responded back, I could see that he's taking the opportunity to make the most of it as far as promotion, since he got people's attention, because he does have a project coming out, I think in just a couple of days or a few days or something. And as far as his response, Screwface Gene, however you say his name, he had a really good analogy for the Skepta track. He used a basketball analogy, like they were playing one-on-one basketball, and Skepta had the ball, and he's doing all of this shit. He's showing off the handles between the legs, paws, behind the back. He's doing all the cool shit, all the da-da-da-da-da. But he's not actually really going towards the basket. He's just in the same place. He's just okay, you got handles, like take it to the hoop. I feel like Joyner kind of did the same thing. Well, not the same thing, because whereas Skepta was just and not really advancing, not putting any pressure towards the basket, Joyner was like at least body checking him. Joyner was showing, look, I got handles too, you know, but he was actually like checking him and trying to advance and like moving and, you know, trying to cross him, albeit not putting a whole lot of effort. Because that's what I think. I think neither one of them really put that much effort into it. Now, for a lot of Americans, especially because, you know, Americans are a little bit ignorant to everything else, this is probably their first introduction to Skepta, really, where they really had to pay attention to his bars. Skepta can actually, Skepta can go. My opinion, that wasn't the strongest effort. A lot of people in the comments that I've seen are saying, you know what, it was just warning shots. It was just a warm up. He just getting ready, da 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 da. And I did allude to that myself in the last video, because I was thinking Skepta can do better than this. This seemed kind of light. And knowing what Joyner is capable of as well, I feel like this track was kind of light. I'll give him this round though, because unlike Skepta, Joyner just directly said, you know what? You. It was all directed at Skepta when Skepta's playing around. Both solid, but I think Joyner took it. People just out here saying, Joyner killed him. And I don't know, he did all. I don't think he killed him, but he definitely took it. I actually thought Joyner wouldn't even bother trying to let this go to like a second round. I thought he would have just came out with the haymakers, but he came out. I guess he thought it would be like light work and it would pack him up. Joyner says some stuff in his raps that make me think that he thinks this was more scathing than it actually was. I'm interested to see what Skepta, like Skepta got to come all out now. Pause. If he got hooks and uppercuts, and he just got to come with that shit. Kind of like what Joey was doing with when he was, scuffling with the West Coast for a minute. Anyway, if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. Please feel free to jump into the comments and let me know what you felt about the video or this topic or whatever. And of course, I'll see you in the next one.